Hello, hello, hello. Just want to do a quick update on Dragon Valley. They just announced in the Discord that they've updated the details around the incubator that's going to be for sale here in the next few weeks. And I wanted to do a quick walkthrough of what the incubators are, what the benefits are, and why you should want one in the future. All right. As I mentioned, they just dropped it. So if you go over to the Discord, and you go to the light papers, it is in the incubator hatching section, and they detail everything out within that. There's going to be two types of incubators. There's going to be a standard one and a pro one. They haven't provided the details yet on the sale. I'm assuming it's going to go one way or one of two ways. You can either buy an individual, a pro and a standard, or if they're going to do just one pack and you have a percentage chance of getting a pro or getting a standard. So those details are yet to come. Once I hear those, I'll go ahead and make another video or add it to one of my update videos. But that is to come. All right. So you basically, once this is in place, what an incubator is going to do is it's obviously for hatching eggs. What it'll allow you is it'll give you certain boosts on the dragon age egg that you're trying to hatch. For example, we'll go through all the details of it, but it's going to decrease the hatching time by a percentage. It'll also give you a boost, a higher chance of a higher rated or higher rarity dragon. And then last but not least, it'll boost the actual stats of the dragon once it's hatched. So each of them, the pro and the standard, will have different characteristics, and we'll go ahead and walk through those. But to start it out, the standard one can only go in slots 3 and 4 of the hatching, and the pro can only go in slot 4. So in order to use the pro, you have to make sure that all of your slots are opened up. And when I say slots, I'm talking about over here in the hatching section. You can see I actually have I never really had a use for the last two, so I never opened those up. But if I'm going to want to use the incubator, I'm going to have to go ahead and go through the process of opening these up, which is going to be relatively expensive right now. So you have to weigh that out if you're going to do a lot of hatching and you really want that higher chance of getting a more of a higher rarity with your dragons. It may be worth it to you. I'm undecided yet. But you have to go ahead and the pro will go in this slot, and the standard can either go in this one or this one. I'm assuming you can have two standards. I have one here and one here. But let's go ahead and walk through the differences of the two. This is what they're apparently going to look like. And then now we're going to go into the different benefits of having each of them. The first one is hatching time. This one's actually higher than I expected. When I first heard hatching time, decreased hatching time, I was thinking maybe an hour at most. But it looks like it's pretty significant. The standard incubator cuts 25% off, and the pro cuts 50% off. So essentially, if you have let's start off with a common egg that's 10 hours. It'll be either well, It'll either be 7.5 hours or 7.5 hours or 5 hours, depending on the incubator, and so forth as you go through, which cuts down quite a bit of time, especially if you're doing a lot of hatching. What I used to do is when I got an egg, I would put it in there overnight. By the time I wake up in the morning, it'd be done. But now I can actually do some hatching during the day because it'll be a lot quicker. The next boost that they have there is actually the rarity. And they have a whole table here. I'm not going to go line by line to show you the differences, but at a high level, the commons will not have no benefit from a rarity perspective. The common eggs didn't expect it. It's the same with the pro. There is no rarity boost there. It's when you get to the next one when you can actually get a rare epic or shiny egg. So if you go through all of them, you'll see this column is the original rate, this column is the standard rate, and it's a boost by, for example, for epics, it's about a 1% boost, and most of them for rares, it's a 2% boost, and obviously it reduces the common percentage. And then same with the shiny, it's just a 0.01% boost. So it's not a huge boost. If you, like I said, if you're doing a lot of hatching and you're in here and you get a solid 1%, it's basically 1 out of every 100 eggs you're going to have a better chance. So the real benefit is down here in the Pro Incubator. It's same thing for the common. There's no benefit. But when you're in the ancient and stone and the other rarities, for epics it's a 2% boost, and for rare it's a 4% boost. So you have basically a 6% less of a chance of getting a common between the two of those. Plus, from the shiny perspective, it boosts it up by 0.2%. So still very small chance of getting a shiny one, but it does give you that boost. I think the biggest boost right here is in the Christmas eggs. You have a full 6% boost to get it, one of the Christmas eggs that they had. Christmas dragon, just as a reminder, is technically a common dragon, but it gives you the rewards of a rare dragon. So you get that boost. So essentially you're getting a rare dragon. All right, and the last one here is the actual stats on the dragons. And let me jump over to show you what I'm referring to. I'm going to go just my first dragon that I have here. When your dragon's hatched, it's referring to these boosts right here. Everything from strength down to endurance. When you add those together, especially these top three, they give you the overall stat score, and then the stat score really determines the reward you're going to get. So the better stat score, the better reward. So with the incubator, you're going to have a chance to boost those stats. And I apologize, I said all six. I meant strength to power, these top five. So we'll jump back here. The rates are different. Essentially, it's you have pretty much a 100% chance of getting one boost all the way down to possibly boosting all five of them. Very slim chance you'll do that, 15%. And then the second stage of this is the actual percentage that you boost the stats with. For the standard, for example, we'll say strength on phase one. If you go through this and are only able to do a boost to the strength, if you have a standard incubator, it's going to be 3 to 6%, and if you have a pro, it could be 6 to 12%. So it's pretty significant on the pro as you continue to do the eggs. So this is really the high level walkthrough of what the incubators are going to look like and what the results are. The clear thing is a couple things you need to look at to see if it's worth it for you. I think from a boost perspective, considering it actually boosts 3 different things, different rate depending on the standard and the pro, but it does boost 3 different things. So if you already have all 4 of your hatching slots open, and then you have the extra wax to buy these during the sale, it's definitely worth it, especially if you're hatching a lot of eggs. If you're only, say, hatching 1 or 2 eggs and you don't care whether you get a common or a rare, then it's definitely not worth it. So you have to take a look at your current situation and determine whether, one, you can pay for it, because like I said, if you don't have all the slots open, it's going to cost a good amount, especially considering the current DVG and DMD prices. They're pretty high, so this costs a good amount of wax to go ahead and open these slots, and then you're going to have to buy the pack. So most likely I will go ahead and get it. I do have a premium pass, so I'm going to be one of in the first group of people to go ahead through that to be able to buy it. So I'll probably buy it for the future. As of right now, I don't need it. Like I said, it's the investment in the number of eggs that I hatch. It doesn't quite make sense for my situation, but who knows down the road, it could change as we get more of a drop rate with eggs and evolving comes in. Who knows what evolving is going to entail. It might make sense to do a lot more hatching in the future. So if you're doing a lot of hatching, the incubators are great. They seem like a good idea for those that are going through the hatching process quite a bit. All right, so this is a walkthrough on the incubators. Again, there will be an announcement here shortly on when the packs are going to drop, and then we'll obviously the details of the pack. So I hope you like this Dragon Valley Incubator walkthrough. If you have any questions, go ahead and comments down below, and like and subscribe. Thank you all for your time.